Hello, Stephen Talbot here. Today is Wednesday, August the 30th. And I'm so happy to have you here with me today. You might be asking yourself, why didn't he have a video yesterday? Where was his video yesterday? Did I just miss a day? Did I sleep all day? Yes. I did. Well, several things happened. I was supposed to go and start bowling on a bowling league yesterday, which I thought was going to be very, very good for me. Well, first, I wanted to go to this bowling thing, right? But I think that I'm going through the grieving process, which sounds insane to me, because how can I be grieving a relationship that fucking sucked? Like, how could I possibly be grieving a relationship that was awful? But I have come to the conclusion that is precisely what I'm doing. I am, in fact, grieving a relationship that sucked. You know, it's a whole different world. It's different. And so I slept a big chunk of the day. Then I really wanted to go to start this bowling league. So I go to my bank to talk to them, because I checked my bank account balance. My bank account balance is negative. Where did all my money go, I thought? There were a lot of transactions that I did not recognize. There were actually already a lot of transactions that I did not recognize. But I had already started the dispute process on those, and they told me that I would receive a credit back in 5 days. Well, I was following up with that as well. They told me that they were not going to approve this disputes, because I guess they got some information back from some of the vendors, and the person that used the card back in January or February, and at that time I did not dispute those charges, but this time I did want to dispute them. So that's like an automatic that's an automatic denial of the dispute process if that happens, which is insane to me, because number one, people do begin and end relationships. Number two, people do begin and end job opportunities and employment somewhere. So are you telling me that I can't have an employee that was authorized to use a card, and then have that same employee 6 months later use that card but not be authorized to use the card? Well, evidently, you can't do that. So, I'm going to fight it. But anyway, I got so mad that I threw my phone against the concrete, and I broke my phone. And then I had to go to the police station. So, I did not make it to the bowling tournament for several reasons. Number one, I had all of this drama going on. Number two, I had no freaking money. So I went home and I went to sleep. So I slept. And I slept, and I slept, and I slept all day and all night. What's your mom? And I slept until 4:15, or about 4:30 this morning. And then I picked myself up by the bootstraps, and I went and ran 5.7 miles. Either 5 miles, 5.7 miles, or 7 miles. Something like that. And I didn't run. Let me clear that up. I did not run. So, that's why I did not have a video yesterday. Now I have my phone replaced. And I'm doing good. I'm doing great today. Like I said earlier, I did my miles today, and I felt wonderful. And I only have a few days left of the beautiful weather, the warm weather, and a few days left of pools being opened before they close after Labor Day. So I decided I'm going to get me some sun rays today. Some sunbeams. So, what is my message in this video? Well, first of all, I don't necessarily need to have a message, right? But I do want to have one. I want to have a point. I guess my point in this video is that, number one, sometimes when you want to honor your commitments and you do everything in your power to honor your commitments, sometimes you're just not able to honor them, as in the case of the bowling league. But the good news is I haven't talked to my friend in detail yet, but my friend did send me a text message that I didn't get to read until today that said, don't worry about it. It was a waste of time. Coming up here was a waste of time. So, I don't think that I missed much. Hopefully I didn't disappoint anybody. It didn't seem that way anyways. The second point is that if you're breaking up with someone, especially if it's been a long-term relationship, even if it's one that was emotionally or physically abusive, or even if it was one that was perfect, or if it was one that was just awful, it doesn't matter. You still are going to go through a grieving period based on all my own research. That is precisely what I am currently going through right now. And grief, you can look it up. It's something that you often go through when someone dies. So there's that. I'm just happy to be alive still. I guess I was a little bit depressed yesterday and angry. But, I'm getting, as my aunt said, I'm getting right back on the horse or the cowboy. Am I getting back on the horse or the cowboy? That's what she said. No. I guess those are my points. So, with that, as always, I will bid you a farewell. I love you, and I hope that you always enjoy yourself. Until next time.